Let's read about a time when the Israelites crossed the Red Sea. The dust of Egypt still clings to the sandals of the Israelites. After generations of slavery, they march into freedom. Children ride on their parents' shoulders. Sheep and goats bleat. Their hearts are light. They are finally free. But behind them, a storm is brewing. Pharaoh, hard-hearted once more, has changed his mind. His pride burns hotter than the desert sun. He gathers his army, 600 of his best chariots, and thunders after them. By day, the Israelites follow a towering pillar of cloud. By night, it burns as fire, guiding them through the wilderness. It is a reminder they are not alone. But freedom quickly turns to fear. News spreads, Pharaoh's army is closing in. The Israelites look ahead. The vast waters of the Red Sea stretch out endlessly. Behind them, Pharaoh's chariots glint in the distance. The people cry out in despair. "Why did you bring us here, Moses?" some shout. "Were there no graves in Egypt? Better to serve Pharaoh than to die in the desert." But Moses stands firm. His voice rises above the panic. "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." The people fall silent. All eyes turn to the sea. God speaks to Moses. "Raise your staff, stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide the waters so the Israelites can go through on dry ground." That night, a fierce east wind begins to howl. The waters stir. Waves tremble under the power of heaven. The pillar of cloud moves, shifting from in front of the Israelites to behind them, cutting off Pharaoh's army. Darkness and confusion fall on the Egyptians, but light shines for Israel. Moses lifts his staff. The waters shudder, and then, before the eyes of all, split apart. Walls of water rise on the left and the right, leaving a dry path straight through the sea. The people gasp in awe. Then, with trembling steps, they enter the seabed. Families cling tightly together. Elders lean on staffs. Mothers hush crying children. All around them, the sea towers high like living walls. The path is wide, yet the journey feels endless. The roar of wind and water surrounds them. Their feet kick up sand where waves once raged. Every step forward is a step of faith. Behind them, Pharaoh's fury boils. He orders his chariots into the path. Horses scream, wheels thunder, soldiers shout. The Egyptians chase Israel into the heart of the sea. But suddenly, confusion strikes them. Wheels stick in the mud. Axles crack. Horses stumble. Terror spreads through Pharaoh's army. "The Lord is fighting for them," they cry. Ahead, the Israelites reach the far shore. One by one, family by family, the multitude steps onto solid ground. The youngest child, the oldest elder, all are safe. They turn back and watch in silence. The Egyptians are trapped between walls of water, struggling to turn back. Then comes the moment. At God's command, Moses stretches out his hand once more. The wind ceases. The walls of water tremble, then crash down with thunder. Waves smash over horses and chariots. Pharaoh's proud army is swallowed by the sea. Not one pursuer survives. On the far shore, dawn breaks. The first rays of sunlight glisten on the sea's surface, calm, as though nothing had ever happened. The Israelites stand in awe, realizing the impossible has just taken place. They are free, not just from Egypt, but from fear itself. Then their silence breaks into song. Moses and the people lift their voices. "The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. The horse and its rider he has hurled into the sea." Miriam, the prophetess and sister of Moses, takes a tambourine in her hand. The women follow, dancing with joy. Their voices echo across the desert. "Sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. Both horse and driver he has hurled into the sea." The Red Sea stands forever as a symbol that when all seems lost, when the enemy is too strong, and the way forward impossible, God makes a way. Faith can part seas, courage can lead nations, and freedom belongs to those who trust. Before we close, let's remember how this event teaches us some important lessons. First, trust in God's plan. Even when the Israelites doubted Moses' leadership and questioned God's promise of freedom, they were guided by the pillar of cloud and fire to a place of safety. Remember that God has a purpose for each of us, and sometimes we may not fully understand His ways. But if we trust Him, He will lead us through the difficulties and challenges we face in life. Second, be courageous in the face of fear. When Pharaoh's army approached, the Israelites panicked and became fearful. However, Moses remained calm and encouraged the people to trust in God's power. We too must learn to be courageous and not let fear control us. In difficult times, God promises to be with us and strengthen us when we put our faith in Him. Finally, celebrate God's faithfulness. After the Israelites crossed the Red Sea safely, they broke into songs and praises to God. It was a moment to celebrate God's faithfulness and His mighty acts on their behalf. We too should take time to celebrate God's blessings in our lives and give Him thanks for His faithfulness and guidance. By remembering and celebrating God's past blessings, we can strengthen our faith and hope for future blessings. The story of the Red Sea reminds us that no matter how challenging or seemingly impossible the situation may be, God is with us, and He will help us overcome any obstacle if we trust in Him. Let us remember to put our faith in God's plan, be courageous in the face of fear, and always take time to celebrate God's faithfulness in our lives. So the next time you face a difficult situation, remember the story of Moses and the Israelites crossing the Red Sea. Trust in God's plan, be courageous, and celebrate God's faithfulness. And that concludes the story of Moses and the Israelites crossing the Red Sea. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Bible. If you enjoyed this experience, please don't forget to share your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel so you never miss out on new stories and reflections. As we continue to explore the scriptures together, I invite you to join me next time for another captivating Bible story. Until then, may the teachings and timeless wisdom found in the Holy Scriptures bring you comfort, guidance, and hope in your everyday life. Remember, faith can part seas, courage can lead nations, and freedom belongs to those who trust. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.